Hello people, blog time. I'm at a place called Sourbrook Lake in Kirk, Halam. They call it a lake, it's not really a lake, it's more like a pond. It's about two acres, and it's shaped in a horseshoe shape. It used to be 50 foot deep, but it's not now. They filled it in so many years ago. I think it was 2006 or 4, something like that, because it was 50 foot deep before. So what they've done is they've filled it in and levelled it out, and the average depths are about 6-7 foot all the way around. And then you've got your margins. Where I am, I've had a look at my margins, you know, all around the edges here and up here. Basically I'm here and it goes in a horseshoe shape like that. And basically I'm at this end, and it looks absolutely as carpy as anything. I've been here once before, never fished it, came here for a look around, but I mean you can see there's reed lines, there's trees, look at all this scum down here. A lot of the food is all blown into this end, and that's why I've decided to fish it. At the minute I've got a bag over here with a little rig in it with a wafter in it, and when I first got here, over here in this corner, this looks dead carpy. It was fizzing like mad here. So what I've done on this spot is I've put a multi-rig out, and I've just put a little tiny pink sauce popple, 14mm, a washed out pink one. And all I've done is crumbed up a few baits and a few old ones just around it for the time being. And I decided to move into this bait because it's out of the way. And this is like a dead end bit just here where I am. Well, it's not, it's a dead end for driving. This is the last bit you can drive to, and then that you can walk round there up to here, and that's it. And then to get the other side you have to go right the way up here. The main gates are over here, but I'll have a walk around tomorrow and show you. And I've got my guest with me as well. Say hello, fishing dog. Sky, there she is. Got fishing dog with us. She's sat there in a little den. She is. You got to keep them on lead here, so I've got a lead tied to the bed, but she's got a really long lead. And where I am, it's quite warm here. The sun is catching it. There is some wind, but the wind's blowing it across this way where I'm fishing. But the wind's hardly touching the water because of the fact there's that many trees. But it just looks dead carpy down here. There's another couple of blokes the other side. I think they're fishing for bits, to be honest with you. It's about 40 minutes from Mansfield. It is. It's classed as like Ilkeston, Derbyshire, and it's on me not say a book again. But I'm not sure if you can fish 2 rods or 3 rods. So at the minute, like I say, I've just got them 2 rods out where I showed you. But the forecast, it's not forecast to rain. So it should be alright. I've got plenty of food again. I'm in my 2-man again. I've bought all the cooking stuff again, folks. As you can see, I've got my tabling down there, because normally I have my table down where a fishing dog is, don't I? I have it down there normally. But what I've done is put a blanket down for her and her cover, and then she's got another big cover, because I imagine it to be getting cold at night now. Well, it is doing anyway, I know it is. So I think what I'm going to do is, it's about 11:30 now. I got here this morning finally about 7:10. The sat-nav brought me so far, and then I got lost a little bit, but I weren't too far away. I just asked a few people and then found it eventually. I think the sat-nav's brought me in a different way to which I come last time. I'm sure it has. At the minute I don't know how to fish the lake. I've not really spoke to anybody that's fished it for carp, so I don't really know. I don't know if they come out the margins, I don't know if they come out the middle of the lake, I don't know if they come out all over, I don't know if they take big baits, small baits, I don't know if they like a lot of bait, hardly any bait, if they'll pick coloured baits up, if they like particle. I just do not know. So like I say, all I've done is, there's a fish just there, right at the ends of my rod tips. I've seen quite a few around here. I've seen quite a few fish actually, but they don't look like massive fish. There's definitely some carp down here because I've had bow waves. I've seen quite a few bow waves, but I don't know if they show themselves here. I don't know if they do or not. So I'm not 100% sure. So rather than making a massive disturbance to start off with, I thought I'll go in quietly on what I've seen. So I've just put a bag, like I say, a bag down that side, and then over to the left I've seen a couple of fish over there, and it was fizzing like mad. So I think what I'll do is I'll stick with that for now, but I don't know whether or not to put a baited area out in front of me and give them a little bit of bait. I mean, it's that time of year. I just don't know. I'm in two minds, so at the minute I'm just sticking to doing what I'm doing. If I hadn't had anything before it gets dark tonight, I mean, until I see anything on the water, I don't know what to do. I mean, you know what it's like. And I'm just trying to be as quiet as I can at the minute. And the trouble is, when I first got here, oh my god, unbelievable. I got here, and when I got here, I was gonna fish in that peg or that peg, but I decided on this peg because of the fact I could get to more of the water. Went to put the bivvy pegs into the ground down here, and the ground is absolutely rock solid. So I've had to do the deed of getting an hammer out and banging the bivvy pegs in, which I never do it, and I've had no choice but to do it. So that's what I've done. And it will have made a bit of disturbance, but it didn't seem to bother the fish. I've still seen fish down here since I've done it, so I don't see as it's made any difference. I've got to sort out yet where I'm going to have that, me unhooking my cradle, because I'm not going to get a very good picture there. I think it might end up where I have my cradle in front of the bivvy or in front of the van, or down here in front of this lot, because if I have to take a self-take at night time, and I wanted to take a decent picture and in the daytime as well. But the trouble is, there's a great big massive housing estate right next to it, so it could be a bit dicey, I don't know. But there is main gates where you come in, but if people wanted to get in, they could possibly get in over all this fencing that's around here. I don't know, all the woods at the top. I think there has been a few thefts a few years back, but I don't think there's been anything for a long time now. So I should be alright. And I've got the dog with me anyway, so she'll let me know if anybody's there anyway. But the thing is, I don't really want to get me cradle and that down here yet, and get the camera stand and that out, and start messing about with that until it's getting near dark, because if anybody does come, don't want them seeing that I've got camera gear and stuff. Do you get what I mean? Because you never know who's kicking about, especially when we're not knowing the area that well. So I think what I'm going to do this afternoon is I'm going to get the overwrap on the bivvy for tonight, so Sky's not cold, because I mean she's down on the floor, isn't she? Put that on, and I think I'll tie a couple of rigs up as well. But I don't know what to do yet. I don't know whether to put a baited area out. The trouble is I don't know how deep it is where I am. I'm not 100% sure. And I didn't want to go chucking a marker float out straight away and disturbing it, because there's definitely fish down here. In fact, there's fish out there now, look. I think some of them are fry. I think there's jack pike in here. There used to be a £30 pike in here. They did, but it died a couple of years ago, £30. They reckon now there's so many like over £10. And then there's a load of jacks. But it's got big bream in here and big tension here. Carp, there's a lot of carp in here. The carp will go all different sizes. I think the biggest that's in here is about £25, £26. There's quite a few over £20, and then you've got 18s, 19s, 16s, 10s, 12s, and there's some 4s, 5s, 6s. So when I came here last time, I came last year and I was going to fish it, but I just haven't had chance to fish it. And when I came, there was that many carp up on the surface. I saw a lot of carp last time when I was here. I must have seen at least, oh I don't know, 30 carp, 40 carp round the corner. Then there was probably another 20 or 30 over in this corner down here, and then there was carp then spread about all over the lake in all different places. So there is quite a lot of carp in here, to say it's only a small lake. But whether or not they come out easy, I don't really know. I put some dog biscuits out earlier on down the middle, just to see if any of the fish are taking dog biscuits, but nothing's touched them. They've been out there a while now and they've just been floating about and no carp's took them, so I don't know. I don't know if they feed in the daytime on here, if it's a nighttime water. I don't really know at the minute, so I don't want to go doing anything too drastic yet until I know what the crack is. Once I know what the score is with it, then I'll be alright. So, but I reckon I'll do alright on it. I reckon I'll get my head around it. I think I might stick to what I'm doing for now today. Stick with the margins till tomorrow. And if the margins aren't producing, maybe they're off. With the margins only being a couple of feet deep around the edges, and then it drops down a bit, they might be in slightly deeper water. So I don't know. I've got the bait with me to do a baited area if I want to. There's spomming in here. I don't know. If it is that shallow and it's only a small lake, it might completely knacker it up. The only other thing I could do there is put ground bait balls in, or Vitamin balls with some particle in it, and catapult them out in smaller balls rather than the spot splashing on the water. But then again, I've only got the small spawn with me anyway. It don't make that much noise. But I'll have to see. It's one of them in a minute. But like I say, I've got to sort my camera equipment out properly, my stand and that. Sort this cradle out properly, stick a bank stick in the ground where I need me tripod to stand, ready for me to take pictures. And then that way I'm all more or less done then, what I need to do for today. But I just keep trying to watch the water and watch it and watch it and watch it. And I'm definitely seeing fish milling about. And there's some of them are definitely carp. There's a lot of fry though down here as well. I mean, I got my alarm set really sensitive before, but I kept getting bleeps all the time off of the fry and the leaves and shit catching the line. So I've took them off extra sensitivity now. I'm fishing with a semi-slack line. Semi-slack line, but I've got me drags done right up. Drags set tight. Locked and loaded solid. So they've got a bit of line now. I wanted a little bit of line down on the bottom, you see. So that's about it for now. I can't really think of anything else much to tell you yet. But I've definitely seen quite a few fish down here, but I don't know. Just have to see. I mean, normally safest bet, the margins. I mean, they look so carpy, it's unbelievable. Surely, I mean, you've only got to look at these margins. These margins have got to produce carp out of them, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, for such a small place, it's so carpy, it's unbelievable. You know, whole place. See this fish over here as well, look. This is where I seen the fizzing earlier on. I've got a rig down here. But this fish out here again now, look. There's definitely loads of fish milling about. I mean, if I've seen a lot of fish out here, I notice a lot of fish out here, then I'd be tempted to put some bait in. Yeah, there's definitely fish moving about. Look, they're over here as well. But some of them are just small fry, I think. But we'll see. Oh, there's one just popped out down here, look. Just down there, can you see it? The little circle. That's the second time I've seen something pop out down there. But it must be only about 2 foot deep there. It is, but there's like a piece of wood in the stake thing being put in there, so I don't know how many of them there is. So I can't really chuck a rig down the edge of there because it's going to end up getting wrapped around that. But I've got one in the margin over there anyway, so yeah, I'm just waffling, talking shit now, aren't I? But like I say, we'll see how it goes. There is a lot of carp in here, so we'll just have to see, that's all. Right, I'm going to sign off for now. There's some more showing out there now. There's definitely fish showing everywhere. There is. Definitely. I just hope nobody bothers me and I get left alone. I know there is a bailiff that comes down here, but I don't know how often he comes down. If he does come down, he probably won't even bother me anyway. They'll just see me fishing and he probably might check my book or whatever, and that's it. Hopefully. I don't want people in and out bothering me, not when I've got somewhere that's quiet like this. Right, I'm going to sign off for now. So tight lines, people. I'll catch you in a bit. Okie dokie.